Okay.
Alright, so ready to start?
Yep.
Okay, so first of all, main thing, what's your official mission statement for Philip?
Well, we have Anthony here, whose mission is to create new clients for the U.S. market.
Outside U.S. market.
Outside.
U.S. market's a little competitive.
Why don't we go with you on that mission? Because
Trying
that
to grow
is his future.
trying to grow internationally.
Okay.
Outside.
But you're not outside of the US though.
Outside of, I guess, North America, but excluding Mexico, to grow in Mexico, because it's so saturated, basically Canada, United States, trying to grow outside there, in Asia, South America, that kind of thing.
Right now, like operations is mainly in Canada, or are you already international?
Meaning sales, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're already international, yes.
And the States as well?
Excuse me?
Do you operate in the States as well?
Yes.
But we don't have like an official mission statement of the organization. Like there's nothing on paper like a credo or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
So what are some of your key operative goals or performance targets for the organization?
What are your key operating goals?
I guess it would be more sourcing, expand on sourcing.
Yes.
Because in our business we have to produce a lot of goods, and obviously it's not made in Canada, it's made in China, India, Bangladesh, but as China is becoming more and more expensive, to look around to other areas, see what we can find to find cheaper sourcing, but also quality sourcing, which is very difficult.
Would you say, I'm just going to veer a bit.
Yeah, if you need more or something, let us know.
Yeah, okay, so like the key operative goals and performance targets of the organization, I feel like it's safe to say that it's like divided among the different like groups of the office. Like we have, the people that are in sales, the people that are in
Finance.
QC, the people that are in finance. So they each have their own targets and goals that they have to, I guess, accomplish
That's
per
right.
term or whatever.
That's right. They always have some kind of goal. Sales. Then you have your profits, where it's important. The research and development is very important at this point.
Yeah.
It is the most important,
Finding
more than
newness.
sometimes sales.
Yeah, because without newness you don't get sales.
Do you have specific sales targets, or do you have?
Yes, we always have sales targets. For each merchandiser, we have about 4 merchandisers. And we go over them once a year to make sure that they're still on
Basically,
the
to
right
make sure
path.
they're going up, not going down, kind of thing.
And each year, do you have like a percentage growth? Say you're looking at the international market. Like, are you looking at a percentage growth in sales?
No.
Well, we always look at
We look to grow. We
Growth,
don't say
not
we want to grow
percentage,
20%, 10%. It's
It's
right
always
now
growth.
with the economy and everything, it's a little volatile. So as long as we're going up, we're happy.
So, how does the organization evaluate its effectiveness? Like, how do you monitor what, like you said, you check every year, you reevaluate your sales target?
we
It's
evaluate
profitability.
everything. Everybody in the company, they evaluate themselves. We evaluate them. We evaluate what is going on in the market. That's the biggest issue. They have meetings with the merchandisers. They'll have meetings with the assistants and what their goals have to be for the next year. Different objectives.
And also profitability. I mean, let's say if your sales don't necessarily go up, but like I said, you find better sourcing, a different kind of sourcing, you can make more money on that product, which is what Antoinette's always looking to do and looking at. She's in charge of, basically, like she said, director of operations, but she's also in charge of all the pricing, setting all the prices for each garment. So if we could get a better factory and make more, because we have programs that run every year, so if we can make more money on that program, it's like we increased our sales, but with the same program, if you know what I'm saying.
And you guys also have your like I remember you guys were doing like your Monday meetings.
Well, they
Those
still
are fewer and
want
far
sometimes.
between, but yeah, they still happen.
They still happen, so that's like where it's like the kind of like a
Motivation. It
What is-
also includes
yeah.
motivation because they'll see different
To
products.
know where everything's doing. Because let's say hypothetically, I'm making a sweater for one customer, and someone else can see that fabric and say, I can use that fabric for a different style for another customer. It's basically so we're capitalizing on all our resources.
Okay, so wait, what exactly is the Monday meeting? It's
Monday meeting is all the merchandise team, which is in essence the sales team gets together with management, another director, the director basically of What would director be of what?
Sales and design.
Sales and design. And the creative part of
The
it. too.
creative, yeah,
Because merchandisers here are not just
sales.
sales.
We create the program.
They have to create the program. They have to sell what they're creating. So every merchandiser, you know,
We'll show what they're doing in that
reviews
meeting.
all the stuff they're doing.
How many merchandisers do you have here?
1, 2, 3, 4. Always want to include Elena, Angie,
Okay.
Marge. That's 7.
Because it doesn't
That's
have to be
8.
like the bosses. It's just
No,
like
no.
No,
It's just
still.
the head
Yeah.
merchandisers.
Glenn, myself, Sophie, Ange, Costco team. That's 7. So 7. And then you have the directors. So I guess we're about 9 or 10 of us in that meeting. It's about every month, every 6 weeks, kind of thing. There's different seasons. We produce stuff for seasons, so it doesn't really make sense to meet every week because we'd be showing the same thing over and over again.
Right. And you basically, do you look at it as 4 seasons or like
It's 2 seasons.
2 seasons?
Well, 4 quarters kind of thing. So I guess it would
Still
be
2
4.
seasons.
Yeah, but there's now a transition being
the 2
produced.
seasons would be what?
Then would be your third.
Spring,
Okay.
spring,
There's
summer.
middle.
It's true, yeah.
Basically, it's the
Fall,
gathering,
winter.
Fall, winter.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much 2.
So now more for the organizational structure. So do you guys have a formal organizational chart?
Potentially, we.
I think we have a copy of it.
Yeah. And just like to say, everything that we will like obtain from Philbar, like our teacher has like it in writing that it's not going to be used anywhere else. It's for like our project and for our class, and it's not going to leak anywhere or anything.
That's
I
fine.
don't think we won't even be handing it to anyone. It's just a
We're not going to give it to, or we're just going to put it on the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so what formal mechanisms and procedures are used to coordinate work?
Sorry?
What kind of procedures do you have in place in order to coordinate work between the different departments? Like how do you communicate one department to the other, make sure everyone's
We yell on the
Get
phone.
up and walk over to the department. We yell on the phone, email. Yeah, it's very. It's not. It's
It's you know what, emailing is definitely not what we do. We do speak to a person in each department face to face. We work together
Internally, yeah,
in
face-to-face.
teams. We really are teamwork in the whole area of the company.
I mean, for each department there is managers. You know, there's manager of our graphics department, manager of our fit department, that kind of thing.
QC.
Manager of QC. So let's say hypothetically I need something done for QC. I'll go speak to the manager. They'll delegate it. That kind of thing.
Which you'll see in the structure.
Yeah.
But it's all quite informal and
Very informal.
yeah, face to face.
It's a family business.
Yeah.
okay, so the hierarchy is very informal. Like you don't have like a rigid kind of levels of the organization kind of thing.
Well, there is
a
people
few
who you're
levels.
everyone's responsible to someone. So there'd be, you know, like I said, the merchandisers have their assistants, have their like CC, who do all
Girl
the
Fridays
who
assistants.
do all their basically have their assistants.
Oh, production
order
coordinators.
Production coordinators, all order detail people. You know, we get together, you make the collections, you go through the pricing with Antoinette, that kind of thing. She approves it, then you start to sell, that kind of thing.
But I think I can answer that question that it's structurally, like on paper, it would show that
Yeah.
there is
That's
like
right,
a
you will
hierarchy.
see.
Yeah.
But because it's such like a family business and it's like a close knit group that those barriers get like, you know, a little. It's quite flexible.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it, the merchandisers aren't making decisions on their own. They're going to the directors to get approvals and to get everything okay before they go about making the collection, before they go about trying to sell something. They're
And
not
then
just
the
like
graphics too. The
exactly.
Same thing. It's
The graphics go to the
merchandisers
merchandisers.
who
The
work on it.
merchandisers give them directions on how to design, and so there is
There is a formal structure.
there is a
That's
formal
right.
structure. Yeah.
Because but there is also that informal network where everyone's communicating with everyone. kind of
Yeah,
thing.
there's no like
That's right.
specific way. I mean, if I find something online I think is cool, I'll email it to someone in graphics. I'll walk over and be like, "Did you see that?" kind of thing. We're all here. But then you have like our offices in Bangladesh and China, which is all over email and phone, obviously. So that would be our communication.
So you actually have offices set up in China and Bangladesh,
Yes.
and how many people are working there?
China, what, 5?
China there's about 5, and in Bangladesh just 2.
2?
And are
And
those-
then there's a floater that goes around. She's
Exactly,
actually
yeah.
from here, and then she'll go around working.
and that's just kind of quality control, or
That's right. There's
Yeah.
quality control. There is compliances. Right now, the
Yeah.
biggest thing is compliance. So
Quality control is probably one of the most important aspects of our business.
Yeah.
Because you're producing such large numbers that it has to be,
Well,
right?
just the fact that we're not there too.
Yeah.
We can't see it. They're like our eyes and ears.
And is it only Bangladesh and China?
That are permanent, yes.
but the people from Bangladesh will go to India.
Yeah, he's originally from India. He lives in India. He's like 3 weeks in China. He goes home for like a couple of weeks. 3 weeks in Bangladesh. Goes home, sees his family
Couple
for
of
what,
days.
4 or 5 days. Back to Bangladesh. I mean, we're more recently going back into India too. So that's
Mhm.
within what, last like 18 months.
That's right.
Yeah. So I mean, if we were ever to be as big in India as we were in China or Bangladesh, we would need someone
More than
team
that.
there.
So is that potential? Are you looking at that now, or you're waiting for growth before that happens?
That's not really. I don't think it's something.
It all depends on the year and what we find as a factory, and who supplies the best price, who supplies the best quality. Are they compliant? Aren't they compliant? Because that is a
Duty
really
free.
big thing.
Duty free is also. You want to try and find duty free countries. Bangladesh is duty free. You save 20% right there. So.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess did each position in the company have like a job description, like a formal job description? Like you have a written description of each job, what they're supposed to do, what
You have
Not by person, by what a merchandiser's
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
By I guess by position.
by
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
so I guess that's usually kind of like the hiring process, or
nobody-
you guys don't
No.
really bring
Really.
anyone in.
We
It's more-
haven't really hired anyone in a long time. It's really, close knit family. So, I mean,
They don't leave.
Basically, like
Yeah.
it's my mother who does the hiring. She's basically
Yeah,
I
she
guess
does.
director of
Human,
human
human-
relation.
yeah.
Yeah. So she knows.
She has
Yeah.
her candidates and she
So for
she,
the most part,
she
you have to
interviews
know
them.
someone to get in.
I wouldn't say that.
No,
we
no,
use
no,
a lot.
no,
We use
just
Patty
interviews,
Shapiro,
It's just that
We have an agent that
an
they go
agent,
through.
LinkedIn, that kind of thing. But my mother knows, what a merchandiser is, what a merchandiser does. She did it for a long time. So.
Like
that
more
it-
for the people coming in, so they know what's expected of them, or
And I feel like it's also for financial, like for the finance, right? For like, I mean,
for salary.
for salaries, exactly. That's what you need the official titles and you need the descriptions,
That's
right?
That's right.
So it's
we
more
will,
for
we will
the
put a
record.
description, yeah. But I mean, is it something we if we're hiring a merchandiser today and hiring one from 2 years, would it be the exact same description?
No.
no,
Probably
it doesn't
not.
do that.
Go with
a
the times.
merchandiser will pack a box and send it to Pure later.
Yeah.
It's not so, it's flexible.
But for this, I think that we could like,
We have enough description. Yeah, you
like,
do.
we have
We
descriptions
do
for
have.
each.
because we have like different ones. For the next one, we're asking what jobs do they have, kind of more loose job descriptions, or
Assistants.
Yeah, the assistants.
would
I think.
be,
Assistants
You
can
have all
help.
the way
They,
down?
assistants could.
But the reason I have this because you have to follow some
yeah.
procedures for government.
Yeah.
The reason, but it's very vague. It's just by person. It's not a person's name. It's just that job
Yeah.
description and what it entails. But it's not like it's not for say that they can be doing more or less.
Yeah,
it's just
for sure.
it's just
it's
a detail
the
we need.
general one.
but at least you'll have that.
Yes.
And then, like you're saying, the assistance is more kind of loosely defined. Kind of not so.
It's not so detailed.
They-
Kind of. We like to hire a jack of all trades. So.
That's right.
Exactly.
And I guess
Do
warehouse
as much as they
too, like
capitalize. Yeah.
a lot of the people, it's looser in terms of the descriptions, right?
I mean, given like the economic times aren't the strongest, you want to be able to have people who can do more than just one
Yeah,
thing.
for sure. Because you don't want to have to have specialists for every individual
Yeah.
area.
I mean, we have assistants who help set up a showroom, help
Oh, yeah.
help with the design process, and
Design.
they also help sending. They also take care of packaging. They'll do follow up at the factories. So,
So,
I mean, I guess assistants kind of selling them short because they have their own responsibilities as well.
and they know that coming in. They know that they're going to
Kind of
do that
develop
kind
them. It's not really it's not really something you can be taught in school, kind of thing. You kind of
That's
have
right.
to learn it as you go
But
along.
I think he's meaning more the job description, knowing that that's what entails again as a description.
Yeah, but I wouldn't include helping in the design process.
I don't know how clear it would be going in. Like, okay, you're going to be doing this, this, and this. I think it's like
Yeah,
a
you-
process kind of thing.
It's a
Mhm.
You learn
process.
over time.
We kind of
Yeah.
assess you too, what they could do.
Start
Yeah,
and-
see what their strengths are and whatever.
When you look at different people, we hire them as like secretaries, and then
They
Come in
build
there.
up as
Exactly.
designers, actual graphic people.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's not like such a corporate environment where you
No,
start off at
definitely.
A, you do your 2 years,
Yeah.
then you go to or start off at B, you go to A, so on and so on.
Basically, what you want is someone that can do, well, you kind of assess their capabilities and then it goes from there.
That's
Mhm.
right.
So, what are some of the major forces in the external environment that affect the organization's access to resources and information? So, like you were saying about the hard economic times. And, well, I guess.
Could you repeat that,
supplies.
please?
What are the major forces in the external environment that affect the organization's access to resources and information?
So political, social, economic factors.
Economic factors is the biggest one in
Yeah.
that case.
Nothing really political.
Well,
Political
yeah,
would be
There was
different.
wasn't there that whole, but that was for everyone. The whole like when they wanted to turn the companies to French. Am I
We never
crazy?
had that issue.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
wanted to do the
didn't we?
keyboards, change the
Yeah.
keyboards.
Yes.
And
Actually,
emails
it's still
to
going
being
on,
all
but
French.
it's
Still going
but
on.
that they
Didn't
go from
affect-
office to office. It
Because
doesn't
we're
really
so
affect
we don't really
us.
focus on the Quebec.
That's right, and it doesn't affect,
Much.
even if they would turn it into French, it wouldn't affect anything for us. It's more economically because what happens out there financially in people's lives is what they buy and
Their
then
income,
it
yeah.
falls down to us.
Where did the name Philbar come from?
I know where it came from.
Yeah.
I'll answer that question. My dad started the company with two people, Phil and Ho.
In Hong
So
Kong.
in Hong Kong, so the guy Phil, the guy Ho, and my dad's name is Barry, so Phil Hobar.
So there you go. Like I don't think even if they did have that whole French whatever, like they wouldn't go changing that. Name.
Yeah, because
No,
it's
definitely
like
not
Hidoba,
that
like it works.
Yeah, you could. I wouldn't really worry about that. Just be kind of the whole keyboard and the internal communication.
Like they legit wanted you to change your keyboard.
No, they never came to us with that.
They never
But
came to
There was
us.
that threat, but I mean, I don't think that's something we really worried about.
No.
Never affected our business.
I don't know why.
I mean, I guess if you want to say political,
Why would
Only-
you be worried
I
about
don't
it?
know. I knew about it and I was scared.
no,
I don't know why.
there's bigger things. But it's just like I guess there's a lot of you don't need. You only need the basics in clothing. Some of it's also disposable income. So people, when the economy gets hurting, people have less disposable income, less money to spend. They're not going to buy that new outerwear or new shirt every year if they don't need to.
And the biggest with us is that we're not high end.
Yeah.
We're a more,
What's your price range? Just rough idea.
what would you call us? More of a
Popular
medium,
price. Popular price.
you know.
But like in terms of
Regular.
numbers,
For the average, house.
so like between 20 and 40.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I mean our outerwear could be $70,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But let's say our pants are $24.99 kind of thing.
Generally, yeah, it's
Yeah.
between 20 and 40.
Our
And-
zip ups $24.99, $29.99. Shorts $19.99, that kind of thing.
The external threats also come from like the competing companies, like let's say like Target and all that, like the big companies, like the Forever 21s that are producing the same kind of
Direct
thing,
retailers.
but they
Direct
have
retailers.
like a name, a brand that's associated with it,
Of
right?
course,
Yeah.
of course.
So that's like a huge factor. That's
Well, even the factor with that is they drive down pricing because they're so big. They can buy in such mass more than we can, so they drive down the pricing, and then we have to produce the same price. And let's say hypothetically, they're producing 10,000 like white T-shirts. It's like an easy example. We're producing 1,000. They're going to get a much better price.
And so did Target come in and have any effect on you?
No.
No, because what happens is that's a big box, and they do a lot of private label too. So we have an advantage. We're a private label company. We create our garments for the customer.
Yeah.
So, for example, the H&M it's actually the retail price would be our competitor. It's the actual price. You have a T-shirt, a white T-shirt at $19.99, while the big box store at Target wants it for $6.99, and that's what we have to do.
So who distributes for you? Who's your distributors?
like what
No, we are.
We sell it all
distributors.
ourselves. We
We
produce
are
it and sell it.
Yeah, but where do we sell our goods?
Yeah.
Who's our retailers?
Yes.
Oh, we have
Costco Corporation as a whole,
That's
everywhere. So
right.
if you want
So you're in Costco?
Canada, U.S., Mexico, Asia, including Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Australia.
I guess that's your biggest customer.
Yeah, one of our biggest. We also have the whole Marmax group, which is Winners, TJ Maxx, TK Maxx,
Marshalls.
Marshalls. They go to some hot zones like Puerto Rico, some stuff there, but that's not really a big volume. We have Bombardier, we have L'Equipeur, which is Markwood Warehouse, Arlie's,
They're mostly big box.
Arlie's, Additional. Yeah, I did the math. Yeah, I was thinking about it yesterday, including all the international, we have about 15 customers.
And I'm guessing you intentionally stay out of stores like Target and Walmart.
That's right.
Target, no, I don't think
No,
Target.
Target
Target
would
wouldn't
be
be a bad
as
account.
bad.
Walmart's too difficult.
Walmart, yeah,
It's
they
a little
crush
too
it.
low end for us.
Yeah.
Target doesn't look that good in Canada, so we're not rushing to go there. And they don't. They want to use only U.S. vendors. So.
I feel like Costco is strong.
Sorry.
So, I feel like Costco is a strong one though.
Yeah, it is. And the Marmax group's a strong group.
Just to get some more information on our specific question about the external environment, did what happened in Bangladesh affect you in any way?
Yes, it does actually. It
How
does.
do that,
Again, it goes into compliances where
That's what,
structural engineering certificates have to be done. You know, your retailer is always coming and chasing you and saying, "Are you sure?" Because
They
of
don't
course
wanna
it's
look bad.
their reputation,
Yeah.
it's not ours.
Mhm.
We're just their supplier, so that's where it gets very touchy.
It wasn't as bad as a lot of other people, though. I thought, with what happened with us in Bangladesh.
Well, we get our customers calling us.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yes.
calling, but they didn't want to. Some customers didn't. I have friends in the business, and some customers they have programs halfway in Bangladesh,
And,
and their customer made them take it out. So you lose a lot of money. Yeah.
No.
We didn't have anything like that dramatic. We had some phone calls, had to like reassure some people, make a few changes,
Make sure
but
that they
we didn't have to
have-
drop any programs. But you'd also, go back to political too. I mean, if you look at political, Canada, Harper and the EU just signed an agreement that all European Union goods in textiles coming into Canada are duty free. So that would affect our business positively.
That would be better for
Yeah,
us.
it would be a
That's
positive-
Right. But I
it would
don't know
affect
if it's political because then there's also the Bangladesh story with the duty. Those are just laws that are going through.
Yeah, but
it's
it's
an
the
advantage for us.
Yeah, but it's Harper who does it, so I guess it would be a political decision. I don't know. You guys decide if that's political or not.
I think
Yeah.
Okay, so now, well, obviously the last one would be in what ways are these factors stable or changing? But they're changing all the time, basically.
Especially in this business,
Especially
yeah.
here.
One year we had the cotton prices go up,
Oh,
so that
yes.
means there wasn't enough cotton, so the cotton prices went up. So you lose on your margins there because the factories don't have enough cotton, and what if you want it, you got to pay more money.
You primarily cotton here?
No, I wouldn't say that.
No, there's different mix.
Yeah, but all different reasons.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to kind of the culture and symbolic management.
Okay, I just want to ask it. This is one of the questions that we were told to ask. If your organization were an animal, what would it be? Like if
Teddy bear.
Pitbull.
yeah.
It's a teddy bear. It all
good
stems
people.
from the president, and that's where it comes from.
Well, he can be a pit bull.
You have
That's the problem. He can be both. He's
No,
black and
he's
white.
not.
He's
a
black
full
and white.
Teddy bear.
He's black and white.
I feel like he's
Liv, am I
teddy
wrong?
bear
Is he
within
black
and
and
then
white?
Yeah, this
pitbull
is the
without.
son. You
Is he
know,
not
and he
black
has
and
to be the pit
Then he
bull.
can erupt, yeah.
He can erupt. And then like 10 minutes later, he's like, back in
Wait,
the office.
let's think
like,
of somebody else. Like, he has that smart way of thinking. Not the conniving way, though. So that wouldn't be
snake.
a snake.
It's not a
It
snake.
wouldn't be a
It's not a
snake
snake.
for
He's
sure.
a fox.
Sly.
He's sly, he's not, but he's good.
He's
He's
cute,
not,
he's
an
nice,
honest.
he
He's
could
honest.
be-
Teddy bear.
That's
He's
why
a
it's
s-
teddy
yeah.
bear.
No, but teddy bear, no.
He's not a
it's-
Yeah,
sucker,
because a
but he's not a
bear-
sucker.
He'll use his claws if
I say a
necessary.
bear, not a teddy bear.
Okay, a bear, because he'll use his claws if he has to.
Yeah. And he's smart, yeah,
I like the fox.
the fox is good too.
Yeah.
Well, the
I think
fox
the
is
fox
too
is good too.
sly.
But he's sly, but he's a good man. Like he
Yeah,
doesn't he
he's
doesn't
way-
screw. He's never screwed anybody.
No.
He always helps people.
So wolf? Alright, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys pick whatever you want. Liv, you can be in charge of that. Whatever you pick our
Are you
animal.
kidding? That's her father.
It's okay. I'll do
Well,
it.
that's why they see the pit bull side of it.
That's right.
Please, I think you guys have seen it too.
Yeah.
It's been long enough.
The
Okay.
claws.
So explain some visible symbols, logos, or slogans that the organization uses to communicate to outsiders and insiders who it is.
you elaborate on that a bit, please?
So, like, okay, our visible symbol is our Philibar logo,
Mhm.
for instance. That's changed over the years, and now it's like it's stuck to that boldface Philibar, whatever. So, what are,
I think they're really a logo or a quote to describe Philibar. Is that what they're asking?
Was like symbols, so like reserved parking
She's our logo.
spots.
She's walked by.
Our mascot.
Yeah.
Reserved
Does she
parking
go that
spots
area?
for people higher up. Like that's the symbol of like
She's coming.
See, that's our logo.
Hello.
You want to come in the meeting?
Come on in.
Yeah, she has to come in. Listen. Come, Lucia.
She's after her mother. She's the next director of operations. So
train them.
it's
Yeah.
the hierarchy.
She's already working.
So yeah, like some kind of an example symbol would be like reserved parking for certain people higher up in the organization. Like that
No.
shows like
What do you mean? We have that.
Reserved, but everyone. It's not based on your
It's
position.
not because of your
We're
position.
not a very
Wait,
corporate
just-
company.
Yeah.
We're not very. We're
The
very.
symbol would be family.
Yeah.
You'd see a mother, a father, and kids. That's
with
where
all- it's
that
really
would be the
family.
symbol. But honestly, we don't have no.
Yeah.
But can I ask then? So there's the
we don't
parking
believe
in the front.
hierarchy bullshit. Like we're very.
That's everybody.
You know, we're very.
There's
We
Trish that
treat
sits
everyone
in the front.
pretty equally.
Okay, so
People have
there's-
their different tasks.
But
so
that's
there is
like
management.
years,
but
you know.
Seniority, no, it's sometimes also somebody that works
Convenience
late
who
and
works
happens
later.
to sit in the park right in the front.
So
because she's the
everyone
last
gets
one
their
there.
parking spot, so it's there and then across the street.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what else could be another example of that?
Even like employee of the month or
No.
any of that stuff. Like, so it's not you're like not corporate whatsoever. Like,
No.
It's very
Not
We none of us. We'd all die if we had to work in the corporate world. To be honest, I couldn't do it.
Blunt.
To be blunt, yeah, we couldn't do it. We just very. I don't want to say informal because we have a very formal structure. Everyone knows what their task is. Everyone knows who they report to. Everyone knows kind of what they have to do.
I
It's
feel
their
like the
responsibility.
I feel like the formal structure is there, but it's more of an informal
It's a
atmosphere.
bit
That's
laissez-faire,
right.
yeah. Like people can come, they don't have to call her Miss Finitza or anything like that. They walk into her office, hey Antoinette. They'll walk in and sit down and have lunch with her. Whether you know,
They'll yell at
whether
them.
you're an assistant or whether you're basically her equal.
That's
Or
right.
just having the 2-year-old running around.
Exactly.
Like, that's,
It's just what it is. Like for everyone, we have like baby showers, birthday things, like all kinds of stuff. So,
Yeah, the Christmas parties.
Christmas party for
Yeah,
kids. We have all the people's kids
That's
come
because
in.
Anthony
they all
and
get a-
Olivia want a Christmas party for kids all the time.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm on that.
I
wagon
think
this year.
you did it for
Juniors.
Gabby.
No, that
No,
I
it's
think
not
that's
for
coming
you
to an
guys.
end. That's because there's no more kids.
Yeah.
There's really no more kids anymore.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
no.
There's
Yes.
still kids.
Yeah,
They don't
six
show.
less.
Last year there was like 12 who showed up.
Yeah,
It
no one
makes
showed
sense.
up last year. It was
Not
sad.
even like 5 kids.
But it's like traditions like that we do, like the Christmas parties for the employees as well as for the kids. As he said, birthdays,
Yeah.
baby showers. Every time there's a baby,
Well,
there's a baby shower in this room with
when-
like
when
presents,
time-
cakes, this, that.
Retirement parties. When times were better, we took everyone on trips for Christmas. Like all 70 of us, we went
Trips.
to Las Vegas, London,
New York,
New York
Bahamas,
twice,
Turks.
Bahamas, Turks and
all
Caicos.
70 employees.
Yeah, everyone, including from people who pack boxes in the warehouse to people upstairs. So. We also do.
It really is.
We have like a food truck come in this summer, just stuff like that.
That's
The whole
right. You know,
company-
little thank yous here
Yeah.
and there all the time.
I mean, and we have
That's
temporary
important.
employees too downstairs who aren't even full time in the payroll, and they still, they get to take advantage of all that as well. So
The balcony.
yeah,
That's
Those
like
are all
not a lot of
really-
people have that.
yeah.
Oh, we have a gym. We have
Oh,
a,
yeah.
We have like a patio, on the roof with like umbrellas and chairs for everyone to kind of chill out.
Barbecues.
So in the summer, so when
Summer.
you have your hour of
lunch, you
lunch,
sit outside.
sit outside, eat. There's always girls tanning there, like.
We're the Google of the fashion business. You know? A much smaller Google.
smaller version.
Yeah.
But I mean, but then you think of economic times, and you kind of got to cut back a bit on
Yeah.
that stuff, which is unfortunate. But
Yeah.
we still try and find little things, like the food truck's a nice little way to
so you guys
have a nice afternoon.
like food truck are paid for.
Yeah, it's all paid for.
Okay, so what does it mean to be successful in this organization, and what sources of admiration and status?
It
What
comes
are
down.
sources? Basically, that's what it is. It's like your just little things to acknowledge, kind of.
But we share the profits. We share the good times. And,
It comes down to the president being respecting his employees, and his
Yeah.
employees will do anything for him.
Well, he recognizes how important.
That's
yeah.
right.
It's your,
So a lot of
He does
people say, a lot
recognize.
of people say like, oh, employees are no, but like not many people actually act as if they are. So that's important.
He's always shared the good
That's right.
times. Whenever we've been very profitable, people get rewarded on it.
So when there is hard times, everybody struggles and works harder. They do because
We
they
hope
know
so.
that it works. You may have the odd ones.
Yeah, overall they do. People feel it because of that whole family bond.
They do.
We don't really have it's not a revolving door here. You look at other companies, especially in the clothing business. There's some characters out there, so a lot of employees kind of don't last very long. Kind of
So
jump around. We don't have that.
You don't have anybody here leaving.
Yeah, everyone's staying.
I don't think there's anyone. Has anybody? Oh yeah, one retired.
Yeah, that's it.
And
She
we
retired
forced
after
her
what,
to
15
retire.
years? Yeah.
Jessica?
Yeah, after 15 years. And if we called her to come in tomorrow to help, she would.
That's, so what are some stories that are used to communicate important lessons about company values, beliefs, successes, or failures? Like, are there any stories that you tell new people coming in, like this is how the company started, this is
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we started off just being a men's brand.
That's
Now
right.
we do we do scrubs. We do
Bathing
homeware,
suits,
bathing suits,
everything.
wine covers,
Maternity.
maternity, men's, ladies, boys, girls, outerwear, shirts, t-shirts, pants, everything.
But do you have those stories, in organizations where you have how it started or even myths or whatever, anything like that about leaders or about competitors or anything like that, any off the top of your head that you can think of?
If you think about Apple, how Steve Jobs started, that would be a big story for Apple, for example.
I'll take my father. He started from nothing and built this up. So.
That's where it
Single
comes
family,
down from.
single mother,
He really was on
literally
his
had
own,
nothing.
and he started it on his own. I mean, we were 4 or 5 people in an office, and we'd go in the warehouse, pack our goods Saturdays, and including Barry, the president was there all the time, night and day. And this was not a 9 to 5 job then. We'd work 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning jobs. Everybody was there, just motivated to get the sales and go on and continue, because there was times that were difficult. So, it was nice how we slowly grew. It was beautiful to see that everybody just continuously grew.
you guys are continuing to grow today, right? For the
Not
most
as
part?
fast.
It's
but
not
yes.
as quickly, but we do. It's nice to see the challenges of seeing, we have overseas, we didn't have that before, international, we didn't have at all. So that's fun.
26, going on 27 years now.
For me,
The company's been open.
Is it 87?
87.
87.
Yes, it's 26.
Was registered.
No, I was registered in 87.
My
Four of us
birth
started
year.
in 90.
Before, what happened is 87, we started to just do some sales. We used to do stock sales, and that's how it started. We were selling goods that people had overseas. It was something new, so we'd sell it off, and that's how it built up.
Stock sales meaning overstock?
Overstock.
Okay.
You buy stock offering.
Yeah, that's how Philip Bar started.
I didn't know that. Cool.
So what type of public image is the organization trying to project, and what are the main strategic actions undertaken to maintain this image?
Quality is our most important. That's the biggest image.
Honesty, too.
Honesty, quality has to be there.
Like what you see is what you get. What we show, because a lot of people will show something, and when it's shipped out, they cut a million corners. It doesn't look the same thing.
You're 100%. Like those pictures out in the lobby, the people wearing the clothes is what people can expect when they get it.
Those aren't our clothes.
No, this is just
That's just for
fashion
branding
pieces.
kind of thing. But
This is your marketing.
yeah, hypothetically, whatever we work off original samples. So yeah, whatever we show you will be the same.
Do you have much advertising?
No, not really necessary for us.
Because you're in the big box.
And private label. The biggest is private label.
I mean, we do have brands, but we don't market them. We don't advertise them.
What are some of your brands?
Well, we own Hathaway Canada. We have Nicole Miller, Emmanuel Ngaro, Marvin Richards, Mike Behar, the new one there.
Catherine Melangino.
Guguru, Catherine Melodrino, Hydrogen, BC Clothing.
And somehow this is going to fit in the culture where they redid the website. Like, how many years ago did we redo the
We
website?
created a website. I would leave the website out because the website needs some brushing up. Like I would leave that out.
Mind you, I get a lot of emails through the website.
It's nice, the
I
website.
still get a lot
Terrible.
of supplier emails. Supplier
Emails, yeah.
But it's
I get,
aesthetically
you know,
it's nice. Maybe it doesn't lead to
Yeah,
much.
it's fun.
I think
I
it still
disagree.
looks okay.
I disagree. Compared to if you look at other people's websites out there, I disagree. It's too basic.
Why Manhattan has a website?
I'm not looking at Manhattan. Manhattan does have a better website, to be honest. Yeah, J-Corp. Their website's beautiful.
So okay.
What did Joe say about it last week in the meeting? On our website.
He was saying-
He said there's nothing there. He said there's nothing there. So
No, he
Is it?
says there's nothing on Philibor.
Wait,
No,
just
I don't
throw
think
us out.
he knew
Who
that.
created the website?
I don't know.
It was
Some
a
kind of
company,
techie.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I was before my
Oh
time.
no, it was
No,
Oh, it
it's-
hasn't
the
been
little one,
updated?
yeah.
No, it was a company with Sook
It was a
updated it.
company that's so
Shucks.
It's
No, the
not like
company-
been updated on the regular because it's
So
not like
you
they're going to
can't-
put the merchandise that they're creating, you know, because it is
We
very.
don't sell it ourselves. We just sell it to other people, and it's their business. Like we do sell some online, like Costco has an online division, so stuff our stuff sold on their online website.
So what does the organization do to build public confidence? Like you said, you
History.
don't do much, so it's the quality, I guess.
Yeah, it would be history.
I think the
Sales.
reputation as well.
Reputation
Yeah, but that
is
comes
the
from your
biggest thing.
garment and your sales and just your past success, basically.
And as you said, from
Stability.
how everyone, you know, the reputation of the company is good because Dad's honest. He's never screwed someone.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like that too. That
It wouldn't be
creates.
with the public; it's to be with our customers,
No, no.
really.
Yeah, because you don't really deal directly with the public, right?
No.
No,
Not at all.
So it's more, it would be your distributors, your
customer.
Customers, yeah.
and that's just knowing what they're going to get every time.
That's right.
Consistency.
Consistency.
So this is more for the network perspective. What do the employees in the organization do to resolve work problems when managers are not available to help them?
They don't.
You know?
No. They depends on the size
There's
of the
always
problem.
a manager
there's
somewhere
always
to
someone.
help or they'll ask an advice if there is a higher somebody around. There always is somebody
I
around.
feel like the fact that you all communicate with one another kind of that in itself helps overcome some of the obstacles.
For
Like,
sure.
If there's a minor issue, they can. A lot of times they can solve it themselves. It's like a lab
That's
dip or
right.
something. If it's a minor issue, they can do it. But let's say
So
there's a big
is
problem.
there that autonomy though?
Sorry?
Are people
Yes.
allowed to make those
Yeah,
decisions?
I mean, if
Yes.
it's a big price, if if they want to hypothetically upcharge us 25 cents on a garment or something like that, they have to review that with Antoinette. They're not
But
just
then
gonna okay
there's
that.
also we're different directors. So if I'm not here, Roberta may be answering that question, or Thean, or if somebody's asking for a design issue of their garment, they'll come to the financial area because we just grew to know everything. It happened from we started from the beginning, so we seem to know every aspect of the department. So
I mean,
it's
let-
easier to solve.
Because you
if
guys
there
have
is an
all
issue.
done
We all
each
have
job.
done something.
You know, like someone, merchandiser has been here 15 years. There's not much they haven't really seen. So if something comes up, they kind of know how to handle it, and it's something really big, they'll go to
They need to
someone else.
They'll have somebody.
And
There's always somebody.
management's always CC'd on emails, so they kind of have an idea. Even if they're traveling, they're always reading, seeing what's going on. So. The key is like management kind of knows what's going on all the time, and that's also the purpose of those Monday meetings. So you know everything that's going on. Management and merchandisers talk or work together on a
The
daily
key
basis.
is everyone's on the same page all the time.
Yeah,
See, it's a perfect
Very
example
open.
is him saying about the duties for Europe. He's a merchandiser. He really doesn't need to know that, but he does. They all get involved in every aspect of it.
And did you actually find that out through someone in the company, or
no, I
just-
read it in the newspaper. It's
He's-
something I always like. I'm always trying to think of something, see what's going on, stay like up to date.
And a lot of the merchandisers do that.
I
I mean,
look
he
at myself
happens
as
to be
more than just a
different because he's
merchandiser.
more than a
Junior
merchandiser. That's
CEO.
right. He's
Business development.
business development slash
I'm always trying to see
future
how
president.
we can grow our business. That's what I'm always trying
Co-president.
to do. VP.
Co-president. No.
Hey.
Okay, so what are some of the informal cliques that in the organization and how they relate to each other? So like, I feel like you guys are all kind of one big clique.
Well,
Like,
there is
you don't
clicks.
really-
No, there's clicks.
Yeah.
the QC group's kind of very like Asian. They
Yeah.
kind of stick together. It's like
We go with the map.
yeah.
There is Chinatown, there's France,
it's very
there's Italy,
Yeah.
there's
Well,
Greece.
there's Mediterranean. Yeah, it's like the
Yeah,
whole,
because
like,
Italy and Greece go together.
That's right.
like the whole QC, like they all eat lunch at like 1:00. Everyone eats lunch at 2. But everyone gets along very well. It's just kind of like day to day. There's certain like you have your clique like anywhere else. Like
And
school,
again,
like at work.
Barry will go have lunch with the order department. Just sit
So
there
like
and have
one
lunch
day
with
you'll
them.
have lunch with. the
You don't
Doesn't
have
a
anybody,
routine,
he'll
but like he'll
just-
just pop in kind of thing. He just wanders.
Yeah, he
pops
just,
in.
So
Talks
he's,
to
so it's not
everyone.
really clicky.
He makes
clicky.
himself available.
so he's really not that president that sits at the top and.
No,
everyone
it's
else
not
is
like that at all here.
Yeah, so he's all over. He makes
He's very
sure that-
approachable.
So he makes sure that he's always up to date with everything that's happening
Yeah.
from the bottom up. Kind of.
Everything.
Yeah, he knows what's up. He's away now, but he knows what's going on. I'm sure Antoinette can attest. Drives her crazy.
Okay. What are some important outside stakeholders that your organization communicates with regularly? So that could be like suppliers, major customers.
Yeah, this would pretty much sum it up.
That's
Suppliers,
exactly what it would be, the suppliers.
Customs, maybe like customs and trucking, that kind of stuff. No?
And your suppliers are all over in like overseas.
Overseas.
In,
China,
yeah, overseas. In Asia, pretty much.
But then there's also the buyers, right? From the other companies.
Customers.
Okay,
But your
customers.
major customers like is that Costco and all of them, right?
Always trying to like see what other potential customers are out there. I mean, it's more difficult now with all the
Why is
competition. But
Unless there's something going on there.
Any community organizations? Like, I don't know, non-profit organizations that you
give a lot to charity, but I wouldn't say on a daily basis.
But you do give to charity though, like any
A lot.
A
examples?
lot, for children especially.
Any examples or
And we do a lot of fundraising within the company too.
and that's for to be donated to charity?
Sometimes to be donated to charity, sometimes
Schools.
for schools, kids that are
I'm sure
at
the
school.
kids had their selling their chocolate. bars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Everything
used to
from
just give my
muffins
boxes
to-
to my mom, and then I'd give my chocolate bars.
Like $100.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had Gabby with her friends
Yeah.
come bake cupcakes and
Oh yeah, their bake
Money.
sale.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
So because it's so family oriented, it's like, let's say Patty's kids have something. It's like everyone's
Everyone
gonna
wants to chip in.
exactly.
Everyone wants to help out.
but of course he has his bigger places
It's the
that he
actual
does.
charitable donation.
Like
The
what?
Montreal Children's
Children's
Hospital
Hospital
is
gives
one
a
of the
lot,
biggest
too.
ones.
We do like the Sarah Cook Foundation that we do. Like that's
Oh, yeah, the Kids for
Kids
Kids?
for Kids, like a charity event. My sister and I go to every year.
What is that?
Sometimes.
It's
We did it
Sarah
last
Cook
year.
was like this girl. She got cancer when she was like 15.
Sam Pelt?
Um,
No, Sarah Cook something else. Liv knows it. We
She-
went last year. We're gonna go again
She went
this
through
year.
chemo and treatment and stuff, so now she's like in recovery. Like it's been like a few years, but then she started, or I don't know if it was her or her family that started a foundation just for cancer research and
Movember.
so.
We give to Movember.
You do Movember?
Yeah, he's starting a bit late. But
you're
we'll do it.
always late. I thought of
know,
that
it's-
yesterday.
Yeah, whatever. It's okay. Better late than never.
How do those stakeholders affect the operation of the organization? If they don't really.
It would be a positive, you know.
It'd
If
be a
anyone
positive.
anyone can really come here. A merchandiser, someone says I have a charity, I have this, I have that. We'll always try to give something. I guess it feels like they're part of something. Kind of, I guess we kind of bring everyone closer together.
Yeah. Just doing one for Mary. What is she doing? LaSalle College.
Yeah, LaSalle College.
So it doesn't necessarily always have to be a certain charity, you know.
Yeah.
This is, for fashion show.
Basically help the community out.
That's right.
Exactly.
And the community, the most important is our employees.
Yeah, like my father came from nothing, so he tries to give back as much as he can.
Because he recognizes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Who's in charge of the compliance? Like, is it the government or is it an association or?
Well, we have employees that deal strictly just for compliance.
But it would be the retailer.
But
Who do they report back to? Is it like the government that basically states, the compliance regulations or?
It's more
I
the
don't know
retailer.
how it works.
well, the government decides what has to be compliant, and then there is retailers that advise us, okay, you have to be compliant. So then they do the
They
audits.
add on too. They add on.
There's
to the things.
third-party auditors that come to do
Okay,
the
so that's-
compliance. Yeah.
I mean, the retailer could also override things. They could say, that's okay.
Well,
because
depends, not on
Yeah,
compliance.
yeah, but not on
Quality
lead.
control.
Quality
is a
control,
different
yeah. But SGS is part of that too, There's certain aspects they can override stuff for there. They're
But
not
it's
gonna
all
override lead.
quality.
Oh yeah, it's all quality. Yeah.
Compliance is when you know what Michelin does,
Yeah,
does her
the
audits
lead and
that
all
you know
shit, yeah.
kids working in a factory and
So a third
Finding
party
needles
auditor
in your
is
garments.
really important. That's stakeholders.
it's a third party. They have to be a registered company.
Okay, so just one last question, like just to know, like, say you were going to donate to the Children's Hospital, right? Like, how would you go about doing that? Is it just like
We do it through a golf tournament. We do it. Through
Oh,
people-
to camp also.
people
You guys
approach us.
donate
To the camp.
Camp.
to
course.
like this camp that I run also, which is like for like a lot of
Underprivileged
underprivileged kids.
Underprivileged kids.
So it's like, I mean, I guess like I can answer that for them. It's like if
People
I bring up
approach
the
us.
camp thing, they're gonna deal with me. Like, whoever I approach, they're gonna deal with me. Let's say you said that Mary, someone who works here, has something to do with LaSalle College. It's gonna go through her. It's whoever presents the idea, kind of thing. And then they go through the directors and whoever is gonna be in charge of donating and deciding how much to give, and then
Ultimately,
yeah.
Barry
My dad,
signs
but-
off on
so? But like with like the Children's Hospital, I'm sure they don't necessarily approach you. I'm sure like
that. They'll approach my father.
they will approach your father. He
Yeah.
will
We
go.
usually approach with documents, with
Yeah.
letters.
Every
It could be
year
through
they'll
a
send you,
donate
especially
once,
once
they
you
keep
donate,
sending-
they keep
Fred,
sending,
send
they send your name to all these other
funds.
lists and everything.
And I think there's somebody in the board that we know.
Yeah, Ray.
The charity?
Mm-hmm.
That's like he does the whole golf tournament. We sponsor like a hole or something like that.
And that's every year at that time?
It's been for a long time.
And we have the customer big.
Yeah, a
what
lot of
is that?
customers do
Sometimes
charities, so we
charities.
always sponsor
That's
those.
a
The
child,
children, which one's that?
children network and.
It's for-
CHUM?
It's for the Ottawa Children's Hospital, no?
Sometimes it's also done through clothing. Some companies call us and we donate clothes.
They have bazaars.
The church or some
Churches.
foundations.
Yeah. The Farah Foundation, you still do that one?
Yeah, we did a lot of like, we have some core guys, and every year there's different other people. It kind of changes.
But you have like your core group that
Mhm.
you
Yes.
primarily every year. Alright. Any other question?
No, it's just-
I think that's about it. Thank
Awesome.
you very
Thank
much.
you.
Welcome.